Hey Pisces, welcome to your March 2025 weekly reading. It's going to be your reading from March 10th until the 16th. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. I would like to announce really quick as I'm going through your reading that I am running a sale on my personal reads. If you're interested in that, the link will be down below in the description. Definitely recovering from something here, Pisces. Could be heartbreak, Three of Swords. Just life just feels like it's pulling the rug out from underneath you. Let's see. Yeah, and I think right now it's like you're trying to find that confidence, that motivation, that inspiration, and even the energy right now. You could just be feeling drained. Three of Swords, Four of Swords here, Ace of Wands. You're looking for that spark. I think right now you're contemplating, meditating, thinking things through, and kind of just waiting for the right moment here to get started with things. Yeah, and I think, this eclipse, this total lunar eclipse will be in Virgo this week on the 14th, and that's going to oppose you. And so in a way, it's like you are getting affected pretty heavily by this energy to where you're releasing a lot of things. You're having to kind of face certain things here. And I feel like you're being called to surrender more and let go and trust and to have faith. Because that lunar eclipse in Virgo, Virgo energy is about being particular and being methodical, being practical, and looking at the details, putting everything in its rightful place and managing everything. But that's in a way, it's that's what we're learning, better ways to do that. And we're also learning the shadow side of that, to where that could be perfection, that can be, trying to overdo it. Let's see here. What is in the position of something you're unaware of here? I'm going to show you the cards, of course, but yeah, let's go through this. Big week, we'll have Sun conjunct Saturn on March 12th. But this Sun conjunct Saturn this week will sextile Uranus, and so, I get that it's a loose sextile, but then it'll build up in sextile. So there kind of is this kind of hard stop and needing to look at the reality of something and figure out how to become more disciplined, more structured, and get our ducks in order, or our ducks in a row. But then there comes this innovational breakthrough moment. So. And that's what I get here for you. It's interesting. I feel like you're being called not to give up here. You may feel exhausted, and your beliefs are being tested. You're not feeling as positive as you would like to. It's interesting. It's it wanes. It's like the tides. It ebbs and it flows. The tide comes up, you're positive, and then it retracts, and it's you're not feeling as positive. But the one thing I see here in your reading is that I think you'll be all right. You do have the Two of Cups here in the outcome. So when it comes to you, particularly the Three of Swords, Four of Swords here, this will be you coming back into alignment and being able to work through the blockage here that is causing the heartbreak of that Three of Swords. Let's see here. Let's pull your Oracle cards. You pull this Aquarius card. It says, I know here. And I would say that Aquarius is about the innovation that I was just talking about here. But it's also about being eclectic and open here. I think here that Spirit is wanting you to look at the full picture here and to have an open mind, which is very easy for you, Pisces, to have an open mind and to not settle on a conclusion yet. Nothing is yet set in stone, as much as we would like to think. It's actually not being in the middle of eclipses, and then with all the Pisces energy as well that we're going through. And so this could feel like a very uncertain period here, but this Aquarius card is saying just to remain open and flexible and to continue, because it's interesting, Aquarius and Pisces energy have a little bit in common in the fact that Pisces deals with continuous research and going into the depths of things and going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and evaluating things. And Aquarius has the same thing, to where Aquarius likes to take all the pros and cons of all types of new ideas and examine them, right? And see is this something that will bring an innovation? Could we bring change? Is there another way of looking at things? And so that's what I feel like you're being called to do here, is to keep all your options open, keep your mind open. You pulled this communication is key here, and it's interesting because you do have the Three of Swords, Four of Swords, the first two cards you pulled, And the swords are air, and it deals with communication, our thought process. So I think communication is going to be very big for you this week. Mercury's in shadow. Mercury retrograde on the 15th. And so, we are in that moment to where communication may start to break down, or it may start to, there may be some disruptions. And so I think it's important to be more conscious of what you're communicating, how you're communicating. But also there's another part of communication, which is the active listening part. So you need to make sure to do both. You pulled this moon card. It says cycles, and look at that. You see the tide, right? Ebbs and flows, up and down of the waves and the shore. Yep, you're going through cycles, moon cycles, life cycles. And the moon cycle, the lunar eclipse in Virgo, right? There it is. Which for you, it's opposing you, right? So you're definitely getting hit by it. And so it could be a very emotional time. So let's jump into your reading. You pulled the Three of Swords here for the overall energy. And yeah, the Three of Swords is heartbreak, trying to mend a broken heart, also trying to amend a situation, trying to find the balance again after dealing with something that, was hard. And that Four of Swords being in your current energy, I think you're handling it quite well, though. Four of Swords is the act of, is the card of recovery, right? It's like relaxing, meditating, contemplating, getting things back into order, getting yourself right. And I think I see you here thinking a lot too, trying to figure out, what your next moves are, what your next steps are. You have the Ace of Wands as your as your challenge. Yeah, it's like you may not be as motivated or inspired. I think also too, it's like you want the new beginnings to happen, Ace of Wands. But I think more than anything, it's like you're drained. I feel like you're tired, exhausted. And that's what the eclipse will do, specifically when it's opposing you. And that Nine of Wands being your advice, well, that makes a lot of sense. The Nine of Wands is like when your will's being tested and you just got to keep going, right? The Nine of Wands says, yeah, you've come this far, so don't give up. Like the worst thing to do right now would be to give up. Like you've come this far. It's just one more push, right? Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands. It's like one more push here. And the astrology reflects that. I mean, when Neptune will come into Aries, your ruling planet is going to switch into a new sign. That'll be at the end of the month on March 29th. And then we have or March 30th. Or is it? It's at the end of the month. I actually think it's March 30th. But we'll have that solar eclipse in Aries, partial solar eclipse on the 29th. And so that's going to be that fresh new energy that's going to, redirect us. And so you're almost there. You have the Seven of Pentacles here in the future position. I see you evaluating something here. It's interesting too, because something that you've been doing is actually like the results of like you're getting good results here. I will say this, the Seven of Pentacles is like having to endure, but to stay emotionally and practically invested into what is the most important things for you and keep your focus on that, which I see you doing here. I want to clarify that because I want to see how something's coming along, but I think here that things are steadying out here. You have the Two of Cups here in the outcome position, which will be the full integration of whatever this Three of Swords was, and you being able to feel like yourself again with the Two of Cups. But I will also say too, in regards to relationships here, that Three of Swords, Four of Swords, Two of Cups could be like stuff with your relationships settling down, because this eclipse is opposing you in Virgo, right? Which your 7th house of relationships and others. So it is a bit of a rocky period, but it's interesting, like this eclipse will trine Uranus. So there could be some type of thing here that helps with the adjustment of what's going on. You have the Eight of Pentacles here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, I would keep, Eight of Pentacles is saying keep working on what it is that you're working on. I always say Eight of Pentacles as like the grind and having to stay disciplined and doing as much as you can do, not to be too hard on yourself if you feel like you don't get it all done. Because that would be like the South Node Virgo thing. It's like, I got to get all this done. And then the North Node Pisces is like, nah, that's not going to happen. The universe is like, you'll get done what I tell you. You'll get done with what I say you'll get done with. But that's the hardest thing to do, is like go with the divine timing and the divine flow. All right, let's clarify your read. Clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords for the overall energy. Yeah, the Six of Swords. Yeah, this will be detaching, letting go, and moving in a better direction. Six of Swords is when you're in a period of transition, just in general. But it is moving away from that turbulent energy and moving into more calmer waters. And so that's the overall vibe that I get this week, is like you're moving away and getting into more calmer waters. Right, and moving away from the turbulence. Clarify the Four of Swords in your current energy. Yeah, the Ten of Cups. I think you're enjoying your time right now. I think you're definitely enjoying as much as you can. It's interesting though, because I kind of see you. This may not make sense right now, but I think going into next week, I see you really contemplating and like visualizing your future. I think the visualization may be a powerful tool for you, Pisces, specifically this week of the astrology. And you may be like, whatever, Austin, who cares about visualization? We'll see. I feel like something's going to happen here to where it's like you'll be visualizing a lot, or maybe you'll start to understand the power of visualization. But there is something you're envisioning just in general that you're preparing for. I just think ultimately too, it's like you're just trying to stay positive. Clarify the Ace of Wands in the challenge. Clarify the Ace of Wands in the challenge. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the challenge right now is the new beginnings that you're wanting to start. But there's blocks right now, and it's not happening yet. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles in the future. You pull the Four of Swords. I like. If things have been rocky, I feel like there's like a good recovery period here. Seven of Pentacles, Four Swords is very reliable, steady energy, stable. So if there's been rocky energy, Three of Swords for your overall energy, things are about to really stabilize out here. And I see you here this week really just kind of looking at your resources, using what it is that you have at your disposal to like come up with a plan here for yourself. Clarify the Two of Cups here in the outcome position. You pulled the World card here, yeah. And I finally feel like this is it, right? The Three of Swords for the overall energy is like letting it's like letting go. It's letting go of an old chapter, old cycle. And it's interesting because that's what eclipses will do. That's what eclipse is all about. And so I feel like this Two of Cups, it's interesting too, because when the World card does show up, it's not that it just like a cycle completes, it's that it can complete and then there's a result with it. And the result with yours is the Two of Cups. So that looks good in regards to relationships, and that also looks good in regards to yourself. Like if you've been feeling disconnected from yourself and haven't felt like yourself, this is where you'll be able to reestablish a stronger sense of connection to yourself. And it could be others as well. With the Two of Cups. Clarify the Nine of Wands as your advice. Yeah, you have the Magician. And the Magician is the call of urgency to where, don't sit idle for too long. The Magician, Nine of Wands says, yes, it's going to be tough, but you may as well get a reward from it, right? So it's like staying engaged here with what you're doing. And I would say too that it's like the fire element that needs to stay engaged here. So fire is all about clarity and decisiveness. Now you may not have all the answers, but it's about getting clear with just your next step, right? You can always figure out what your next step is, right? And fire deals with decisiveness, so like being more decisive, staying decisive. And it deals with energy, right? So using your energy efficiently and effectively, Nine of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, the Page of Cups here. This is in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. It's interesting, Pisces. Page of Cups is about it's about the ideal, right? So it's about the imagination. The Eight of Pentacles is like the practical work that we do, that we feel is realistic. But the Page of Cups is saying keep an open mind to, you know, the magic that could happen. And the magic will happen, but you have to also stay engaged with the work too. But if the work itself is, like with the work itself, it's just keeping the imagination open as well. Like not getting too stuck in this energy of things having to be perfect. And, you know, it's like just adjusting to what the universe is showing you. Because whatever the universe is showing you is actually helping you. It's actually taking you towards something better. So that is what I got for you, Pisces, in your reading. I appreciate you for watching. I'm going to leave your reading here. If you want to book a personal reading with me, again, that link is down below in the description. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so. And otherwise than that, Pisces, I will see you later.